My name is Sonora Teresa Whirling. My film is called METANOIA, and it's this ancient Greek word, and it means basically a journey for a change of self or a change of heart, or just like a journey of self-discovery, essentially. My film is about this girl, and she, like so many people in the United States, is just completely stuck in this routine where every day she wakes up, does the same thing, goes back to bed, repeat, 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 and it's just like empty, this empty existence. And then one morning she wakes up, and next to her bed on the floor, she finds this paper moth with a set of coordinates on the back. And so she follows these coordinates and keeps finding these paper moths, and they lead her on this whole crazy adventure to all these amazing places. And then the last moth that she finds leads her to this mirror. And in that moment, she realizes that she was the one leaving those clues for herself the whole time and leading her on the adventure. And then she just takes off, realizes she doesn't want to go back to that old empty life, and goes into the unknown. It was definitely kind of challenging to just like, with the 3-minute time frame, because I had so many ideas I wanted to show and so many things that I wanted to fit into it. So I kind of had to simplify it down to just being like really visuals going with the music, and just being this kind of like contrast between the beginning empty part and then just like this taking off, this full blast of like growth. I shot it with my little sister, actually. So we just like traveled all around the Rogue Valley, which is where I grew up, and then we like went to the coast and the redwoods and up into the hills, and just all these places which I went to when I was growing up, and kind of like finding my own wings and taking off on my own like journey of just figuring out what I wanted to do. I'd say my biggest tip is definitely just practice as much as you can. Just get out and shoot every day. Even if just like on the like train ride over here, I was just like looking at things and thinking about how I would like shoot that and what lens I would use for that. And if you start to film every day, you start to see the world in kind of that lens, in this like mode of creativity. So I'd say just get comfortable with being in that headspace, get comfortable with looking at things as if you were going to film them, and then like actually filming them. And it like really the best gear is just what you have with you. So a phone is a fantastic place to start. I shot on my iPhone 7 Plus. The lenses obviously were like amazing. I showed my dad when I got them actually, and he was like, well, I don't need my camera anymore. Like, I'll just get rid of that. This is fine. He's so hooked on them. I loved the gimbal also. That was like so key. That also just took it up to like an insane level of professionalism for an iPhone video. Like, it was incredible. And I also really loved the B script. That I didn't think that I would use it as much as I did, but it ended up being really, really useful. One day we were trying to shoot these scenes up in the mountains in the snow, and the car I was using it only had 2-wheel drive, and so 3 times that day we like were driving up a hill and like get onto the snow and drive on snow, and like I grew up driving on snow so I can do it fine, but we would like get up and then the wheels would just stop turning, and we'd be like halfway up a hill in the mountains, just like everything completely covered in snow, and then I'd be like, all right, Zia, we're backing down. And then like 10 minutes later, we try a different road and the same thing happened. We probably spent like 2 hours just trying to get to a spot where we could actually like get the car off of the road, not have to go in reverse like half a mile through the snow. I shot probably like over 300 clips for this, and then had to like choose and narrow it down to 3 minutes, which was really hard. But I think that my favorite shot were on the coast, and it was freezing cold. It's like the Oregon coast in the springtime, so it's not a good time, and it was really cloudy and stormy all day long. But we're like, it's almost sunset and we get a break and the rain stops and the light like just comes into the clouds, so it's not super dark out, and we're climbing up these rocks on this random beach that we found in this like random coastal town. And I have her find a moth up there, and then she jumps off of the rocks and she's like jumping off, and there's like seagulls flying in the background, and I did that one in slow motion. I think that's my favorite one, just a tiny moment coming together perfectly.